Welcome to another episode of Sanford Says. My name is Lisa Holder, the Communications Officer for the City of Sanford. We have an additional episode that we're sharing this particular week. We have City Clerk Traci Houchin, who is on the show today. Hi, Traci.
Hi, Lisa.
So Traci is the City of Sanford's City Clerk, and she's going to be talking about some of the topics as it relates to the city charter. We just recently at the City of Sanford, last week, June 8th, our mayor at the time, Mayor Jeff Triplett, turned in his resignation on Monday, June 8th, and that resignation sort of led through a lot of this follow-up now in terms of appointing another mayor and some other steps that had been taken place due to that resignation, unexpected resignation. And so the clerk, our city clerk, Traci Houchin, is going to be sharing some of the provisions that we have to follow on behalf of our city charter. So Traci, let's just say, how long have you been with the city, Traci?
I've been with the city, it'll be 7 years in December.
So if folks don't know what a city clerk overall does, do you want to share just real quickly what you do at the city?
The city clerk is basically the records keeper for the entire city. And the records of the city include all departments of the city: police, fire, public works, building department. We maintain all of that information on electronic storage or in a storage facility that we have for older documents.
Right, and you could catch Traci and the deputy city clerk, Kathy Lotempio, at any city commission meeting, right, Traci? And
yes, as the city clerk, we also are responsible for the agendas and taking of all the minutes for all of our city meetings.
Yes, and those city commission meetings are typically the second and fourth Monday of every month, and all of that information can be found on the city website under the city clerk's page. And if you'd like to attend a public meeting, and those are noticed as well, and the information on upcoming agendas can be found on city social media and our website, sanfordfl.gov. But I just wanted to also acknowledge here that Traci has earned her Master Municipal Clerk designation, and she was just awarded that publicly at the last commission meeting on June 8th. So congratulations, Traci. I know a lot went into that for you. So
thank you. Yes, I have been attending for several years academies, conferences, and committees for the Florida Association of City Clerks, and it's paid off in the long run.
And what is it? You told me one time that the clerk's position is the oldest position?
It's the oldest position in government.
And that's a great piece of history, because government's been around for a long time.
Yes.
So there's a lot of history behind the position, and at every city, right, Traci, no matter where you go, a town, a township, there will be a clerk.
Right, we have town clerks, we have township clerks, we have city clerks, county clerks. So yes, there is a clerk everywhere you go.
Even around the globe.
Yes.
Which was interesting to me too. So, all right, thanks for that bit of information, history, Traci, on your position as the clerk. So let's jump right into what we're talking about as it relates to the city charter. I'd asked you to come on to talk about the election process and what transpired last week and how it transpired, and the fact that our new mayor is not a interim mayor, he is the mayor. So let's start with what happened last week, Traci, and how everything fell into place.
Yes, we kind of have two situations going on here. The first one being that Mayor Triplett resigned effective immediately. Well, in that situation, our city charter governs us to replace the outgoing or the open seat for mayor within 30 days of that resignation. And the commission who is currently sitting, it is their job to appoint someone. It doesn't have to be a member of the commission that's seated. It can also be a member from the public, but they have 30 days to appoint someone to that position, and the position would be filled until term ending of the original mayor. So for instance, Mayor Triplett was scheduled to be in office until December 2022. The City Commission appointed Art Woodruff. He will now serve until December 2022 as the mayor of Sanford. And you are correct. It's not an acting mayor. It is not an interim mayor. It is the mayor.
All right. And so this is something that they just didn't decide to do on a whim, obviously. We wanted to take note that there is provisions in the city charter, which is basically the city constitution, that that mentions what are the steps, correct?
Correct. The next thing that's happening is we have now opened up a commission District 1 seat since Mayor Art Woodruff has moved into the mayor's seat. With District 1, again, we have 30 days to fulfill that position. We are currently taking applications until Monday, the 22nd at noon, and the City Commission that is seated will review the applicants and appoint from there. That individual will also serve out until 2022, which was Commissioner Woodruff's term.
And so that was because Commissioner Woodruff was the commissioner of District 1, if we didn't mention that, and now he is mayor. And so those applications can be found on the website. If you live, there are some requirements, of course. You must live in the in District 1, Tracy, and there's
yes, that's correct. You must be a resident of the district, a registered voter, and not a convicted felon.
Okay.
In addition to running for office. And like you said, you can find the application on our website. You can call the city clerk's office for one.
What's that phone number, Tracy?
407-688-5013.
All right. And so in addition to all of this, when we're talking about city elections, if this didn't happen, you're in the middle of an election year.
Yes, exactly. So the last part of this is like you say, we are in the middle of a regular election year, 2020. We have 2 seats open, District 3 and District 4. The election will be held with the state primary election, which is August 18th. And so currently we have 2 candidates running for District 3 and 2 candidates running for District 4.
Okay.
And again, that will take place on August 18th.
And so can we explain to the listeners why that the current mayor, well, the mayor that resigned, that position wasn't a full-blown election by the people?
No,
and it was appointed
and that's
by the
due
commission
to the effective date on his resignation.
And can you explain that?
And what happens then is if you are giving less than 60 days notice from a regular election, then an appointment must be made. If you give notice of resignation more than 60 days, you may be able to get it onto your primary election. In this case, our election was less than 60 days away when Mayor Triplett gave his resignation. Therefore, we look to our commission to appoint individuals.
Okay, and that's certainly what they did. They appointed Art Woodruff as our new mayor.
Correct, and we will be appointing commissioner to District 1 either on the 22nd or another specified date.
Okay, and so as it relates to the city charter, that charter is not just set in stone. It can be amended, and there's a process to that, correct?
Correct. Every 7 years, we do a charter review committee where a group of individuals, normally residents throughout the city, maybe be a board of 10 or so, review the charter for any changes that may be made. Also, at any time, the mayor and commission may look to the charter to make some changes if there's something that they don't agree with, and that would be handled through our legal department.
Okay. All right. And we wanted to just underscore that these city commission meetings are public meetings. We invite the public to attend. The times, Tracy?
4 o'clock is our work sessions, and we're now having those in our city commission chambers down on the first floor. and the regular commission meeting takes place at 7 p.m.
Right. So take a look at the agenda. If there's something that you feel you may be interested in, come on down. Currently, right now, the meetings are recorded, and you won't hear them in audio as live. They'll be recorded and put on our website.
Exactly. Right after the meeting.
Right after the meeting. So if you can't attend, you can always listen to the audio of the meetings afterward. But if you would like to come down and watch the meetings transpire in person, you can certainly do that. And as it relates to distancing, we're abiding to that, Tracy?
We are.
Adhering to that?
Yes, we are.
Okay. All right. Well, is there anything else you want to say, City Clerk, about this topic or anything else?
Come out and vote.
There you go. That's exactly it. Go out and vote. Sanford residents, that's a message to you. So you have the power. This is local government closest to the people. Get involved. Stay involved. That's Traci Houchin, City Clerk for the City of Sanford, and I'm Lisa Holder, Communications Officer for the city. We appreciate you listening to Sanford Says, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks again. You can find this podcast wherever you subscribe to your podcast, your favorite podcast, as well as the city website at sanfordfl.gov. Thanks. Be safe and be well.